So the trailers for the Smash Machine have been released, and this movie looks incredible. This is the movie that I've always wanted. It combines two of my favorite things, which is combat sports and movies. And I'm really just happy that Mark Kerr is finally getting the respect and admiration that he so rightfully deserves, because he's really one of the pioneers of mixed martial arts. So it's really nice to see that he's getting a lot more mainstream attention that he so rightfully deserves. I just very briefly want to talk about the time in which this movie takes place in regards to mixed martial arts as a whole. So this movie takes place in the late 90s, which at that point, mixed martial arts was a very new sport. And at that point, wasn't really a sport. It was the closest you could ever get to a fight. Because there wasn't really any rules, regulations, guys didn't have to wear gloves. It was the Wild West. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy time. There wasn't really any rounds either. There'd be like one round and it'd be like 90 minutes. So it was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy time. And so it makes a lot of sense to focus on that period in a movie. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that it is pretty crazy that The Rock is finally acting. And what I mean by that is, yes, he has acted before, he has played characters before, but whenever I see The Rock in a movie, I just see The Rock. I do not see the character he's playing even remotely. And this has been a problem for a very, very long time. And I've always felt like he has a thing where he doesn't want to let go of his ego, and he isn't confident enough to just disappear into this character. And so I'm very happy that he's finally letting go of his ego and just letting himself become this character. And watching him play Mark Kerr, at a certain point, I kind of forgot I was watching The Rock. Because Mark Kerr has a very specific way of carrying himself, a very specific way of talking. And so it's very obvious to me, being very familiar with Mark Kerr, just watching him in interviews and watching his fights, that he did a lot of research. And so that I can very much respect. And so I'm very, very, very excited to see what he does with this movie. This is probably the most excited I've ever been for a movie outside of like Superman ever. Hopefully it doesn't let me down, but I guess we'll see.